And there we go. We are live. So, hello and welcome to today's live interview where I'm going to. Okay, there's a loud ass car beep out there. Sorry about that if you can hear that.
It's okay, I can't hear it. It's fine.
Okay, good. Where I'm going to be interviewing HeavyEyed. Go ahead and say hello and give us an introduction of yourself as well.
Hey, I'm Mitch, or better known as HeavyEyed on YouTube. I do gaming analysis and critiques and that sort of stuff. Um, and I also edit videos for other people. Yeah,
Oh, I
that's
didn't
about
know.
it.
I didn't know you edited videos for other people.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've done work for like Mother's Basement and Game Drops and Sun Explosion.
oh, nice. I know. Mother's Basement. I don't know the other two.
Uh, Game Drops like a video game remix channel, and Sun Explosion's a League of Legends YouTuber.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
that would
yeah,
explain why I don't know them. I'm not a fan of League of Legends.
yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah. So, Mitch, first question for you here is when did you start YouTube?
Um, so like this channel or just doing things on YouTube in general?
Give me both.
Okay. Uh, so my first sort of interaction with YouTube, I guess, was in 2006. I used to make like music videos with video game footage that I stole from like IGN and stuff when I was 16. um, just yeah, they were very bad. They still exist somewhere, but I don't know where. um, and then for a while, I just had a channel where I uploaded um, like live videos of bands and stuff that I had seen. But this channel itself actually is 3 years old. Like not today, but like in a couple of days.
Oh,
So yeah, it's
well,
about to be 3 years old. But those
congrats.
videos don't exist anymore.
Oh, well, congrats on that, Mitch.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. And why'd you start YouTube? What got you into it?
um, I, I started watching gaming stuff sort of when the Newgrounds era transitioned. So like 2009, 2010. Watched a lot of Ego Raptor and JonTron, and then when they started doing Game Grumps, and I was like, oh, this is all really cool. But it wasn't until I found some smaller channels that were doing analytical stuff. I was like, oh, this is really interesting. So I want to get into like I've got some things about games that I want to say. So I just started writing things down. um, I started with my first two videos were indie reviews, um, just of games that I'd never seen anyone cover. I don't really like those videos anymore, which is why they don't exist. Um, but then I made a video about Star Fox, and that's sort of where I found the direction I wanted to take the channel in.
Okay.
And then yeah, it's just sort of gone from there.
And have you had any channels before this one? Is this your first ever YouTube channel?
It's the first gaming related one. Like I've got an old personal one where I used to upload those band videos, but that's about it.
Oh, okay.
Um, yeah, and I've made a side channel since where I had a podcast for a while, 2 years ago, and I put a couple of vlogs and like my editing resume and stuff's on there, but it's not really anything special.
Oh, okay. Is that channel linked to your main channel? Because I haven't seen that one, I think.
I think it's linked. I might have gotten rid of it, but um, it's just the Mitch Kramer channel. It's
Oh,
not,
okay.
yeah, it's not anything like, it's not named anything groundbreaking.
Yeah, and why'd you choose the name Heavy Eyed?
So HeavyEyed, before like making the channel, I used to run a record label, and that record label was called HeavyEyed Collective. Sort of because I was touring a lot and I was just always tired, so I was like, oh, yeah,
Oh,
this works. And then yeah, I just wasn't creative enough to think of anything new, so just sort of ran with it.
and I noticed that like in every video title of yours, you put Heavy Eyed in there. Is there any like particular reason for that?
I was told early on when I started doing this that if you have your name in the title, it makes it better for the search algorithm. I don't know if there's anything to that or not. It's just sort of stuck with me since.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've heard uh things about that as well, but I was never really like certain on whether or
Yeah.
not it was like real or not.
Yeah, I still have no idea. The YouTube search is just a mystery.
It really is, yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's people that know it like the back of their fucking hand, but
Yeah, they get paid a lot of money to know that thing.
yeah,
But
but
yeah,
the people like us, we really don't know how the hell it works.
yeah, I wish I did.
Yeah, that'd be nice. So like everyone, if we knew, we could always get our videos into like recommended sections and shit like that.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess it's just a game of like luck, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks, but I guess when something's become this big, you kind of just have to rely on luck
Yeah.
a little bit, like to some extent.
As much as I hate to rely on luck, and I'm not that much of a believer in luck.
Yeah.
I feel like, things aren't handed to you on a silver platter, you have to work for them.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Um, and it sucks that even if you do work hard, sometimes the algorithm just won't notice you. But
exactly.
yeah,
It's like,
it's just the way
man,
it is.
I put all of this time into a video for nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's really like a downer, honestly. And I was
Yeah.
curious, Mitch, did you watch Sid's video on the Hellblade?
Yes, that's a really good video. That's like the best Hellblade video that exists on YouTube, in my
Oh yeah,
opinion.
yeah, absolutely. It was a masterpiece. I told him that when he came on here,
Yeah.
and I was curious. What's your opinion on his video, and how would you compare it to your video on Hellblade? Besides, like, he has like personal experience with psychosis.
Okay. So this is a bit of a heavy story, but um, I played Hellblade, and then the day I finished it, a close friend of mine committed suicide,
Oh dear.
and then I was just like, holy shit! Like these two things like link up, and I needed a way to sort of talk about what had happened in my life, and Hellblade was like the perfect reason for that. Um, and yeah, so mine's really personal. I mean, so is his, but mine's personal
Yeah.
for like a very different reason.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, his is like his mental state through a game, and mine was just like a decompression of what was going on in my life at that time.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Jesse, hello. How are you? And Mitch, you also made a video that was one of your more serious videos, which was I think it was called "How Video Games Are Funding Gun Manufacturers,"
Oh
if
yeah,
I'm not mistaken.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so that video came about because a friend of mine tweeted the article that I cite a lot
Mhm.
in that video. And I was like, oh, this is an interesting topic. Um, I didn't know that there was this link between developers and, or maybe publishers and gun manufacturers. I'm just going to talk about it because I feel like more people might find it interesting. And man, people thought I was like very anti gun in that video. When really I was just like, there's a thing that exists here. Let me show this link.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I
but
mean, obviously,
it's a
where yeah, where you're from New Zealand, right?
yeah,
Do
yeah,
you live there currently?
yeah. Been here for like 12 years. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Oh,
yeah.
you're
From
not born there?
Australia.
Oh, okay.
Nah, I'm born and
Oh,
raised in Australia.
oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, because sometimes I get those two accents mixed up.
Yeah, and mine's like a mix of both, so I can understand.
Exactly. Yeah. And I mean, obviously, where you live, it's not as prominent of an issue. Uh,
No, I've never seen a gun in my life.
yeah. I mean, I live in Florida, and we had one of the deadliest massacres in U.S. history just a couple months back,
Yeah, fuck.
which yeah, you mentioned in your video at the beginning. And yeah,
Yeah,
that was completely fucked. And I mean, yeah, here it's a really prominent issue, but you look at everywhere else in the world, and it's like, wow, these things don't happen anywhere else in the world, really.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, America is kind of shit, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
In that
Yeah.
aspect.
Yeah. And I kind of expected that backlash, but it was a little bit crazier than I thought it would be.
I mean,
Um,
I guess coming off as anti-gun isn't a bad thing, really. I mean,
oh yeah, definitely.
I'm not in favor of guns or anything like that.
Yeah.
Uh, Especially for a fucking 18-year-old to have an AR like that.
Yeah, oh, yeah, definitely. Um, it's a it's a hard issue to talk about.
Yeah,
Even
certainly
if I was
is.
being neutral about it,
Yeah,
but
I mean, I don't think it's bad to like have an opinion in your video in a video like that. Honestly, you'll
yeah,
get shit for it, but I don't think it's a bad thing.
yeah,
Eh,
I appreciate the support.
Yeah, no problem, man. And well, the question that I had for you here, based on your video, was you mentioned how you don't think video games cause real world violence, and I totally agree with you on there. Uh, it's kind of shitty that people think that, because
Yeah,
a video game is clearly fantasy.
mm,
You do things in a video game you won't do in real life.
yeah.
And you don't have to answer the question. Yeah, it's a little deep, but what do you personally think causes real world violence?
Oh, oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Um,
Because
oh
me
God,
personally, I think it's mental health issues.
yeah. I mean, I can only speak for what I've seen, and that's Australia and New Zealand. Um, and both countries have really bad mental health facilities. I think New Zealand has like the highest suicide rate in the Western world. Um, so I think that caused a lot of issues. And then there's the whole systemic racism. Um, God, yeah, there's a lot. And video games is nowhere near that list.
Yeah.
Um, oh God, yeah, that. Hmm. I was prepared for a lot of questions. I wasn't prepared for this one. Um,
Yeah.
oh shit, sorry about the cars. I live on a main road.
Don't worry
Um,
about it, man.
yeah, yeah. Mental health problems that people don't recognize. A lot of housing issues that people don't recognize.
Yeah.
Um, people just basically people not being recognized, and the only way a lot of people can get recognized is to lash out, and whether their reason for being so justified or not is a different topic. But
Yeah.
I think just people want recognition, and then the only way to get media coverage is to do something violent.
Yeah. It's really shitty.
Yeah.
And would you make another video like that one, like as serious as that one?
Yeah. I don't know when, but I'm always just trying new things. Um, and if something catches my eye or a topic pops into my head, then I'll most probably make a video on it eventually.
Any like plans on like a specific topic or not really?
Not at this point. Like in terms of a serious video or just videos in general.
Like a serious video.
No, not for serious videos. So I made that, Hellblade and the depression one
Yeah.
after a pretty tragic event. I made the Life is Strange and anxiety one, which was my other serious video, um, during like a pretty big bout of anxiety. And then the guns one, like that article popped up and it was kind of relevant at the time. So if something comes up and it is, you know, linked to something going on in my life or the news, then I'll probably make a video on it.
Right. Oh hey,
Yeah.
it's Sid. He's in chat. Hi Sid, how are you, man? I'm glad to see
Yo,
you here.
so
And do you
yeah, me
prefer
too.
making a serious video or more of a laid back video?
Um, I mean, in reality, I'm a very not serious person. Um, so laid back is more my my speed, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I can relate to you on that. I'm not that serious, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people that kind of like just takes the piss out of some things that I shouldn't.
Yeah, I feel like because I'm going to America in a couple of weeks, and I feel like it's going to get me in trouble, but we'll see.
Oh, for what?
Um, just gone out for a couple months just to hang out, meet some YouTube friends and stuff.
Oh, neat. What part of
Yeah.
America are you going to?
LA, Milwaukee, and Seattle.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Epic.
yeah. So it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, I always like to go to LA at some point.
Yeah, I'm excited. Like it's where you have to fly in if you're coming from New Zealand. So
Oh yeah, that
um,
must be hell.
yeah, LAX is gonna be a nightmare.
Especially like the flight time. Like how long is that? Jesus.
I land 2 hours before I leave New Zealand.
Oh,
Yeah,
well.
so it's gonna be something else.
Yeah, I mean, because you're literally on the other side of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been on an airplane ride that long.
Oh, neither. So it's gonna be fun.
Oh, writing on games is here as well. Hi, how are you?
Yo, hey, Bish.
Time traveling Mitch. Yeah, you can time travel to fucking LA.
Yep.
And I noticed that you have like this video that seems to be like a trend every year. It's called the indie games you missed. Uh, is that just like an annual trend that you do? Because I think you did one in 2016 and one in 2017.
Yeah. I did one for 2015 as well.
Is that
Basically,
is that your dog in the background?
oh, it's my neighbor's dog.
Oh.
I wish it was mine. Um, I, I so the first two videos I was saying before were indie games that no one had really covered. And I just, the whole oh they didn't get views type of mentality that was a little bit toxic, I guess, at the time. But it worked out in the end that I was like, I should just cover them all at once. So throughout the year, I just make a list of games that I notice don't get any coverage and sort of put it into a thing. It started off as a way to have. Oh my god, this dog! I'm just gonna shut my window.
Fucking hell.
Um, it started off as a way to have people guest on my channel as well, because I didn't know how to do collaborations with my style,
Right.
um, and I wanted to, so that just felt like the best fit. But I didn't do it with this latest one because the video before that I had Snowman on,
Oh yeah.
and I didn't want to do two collaborations in a row.
Right. Oh, Ross Boudin is here as well. I think that's how you pronounce his name.
Yo, Raz.
Heavy eyed. Why do you have heavy eyes? Because he doesn't get enough sleep.
Yep, pretty much.
The first indie games video Mitch made was how I found his channel. Oh, nice.
Oh,
I
nice.
I don't remember how I found your channel, Mitch. I think uh I actually don't remember. Maybe through Shammy somehow, some way.
Oh, nice. I think
Yeah.
you tweeted me out once. That first indie games video was crazy because it was like, I don't know, the first quote unquote break, I guess, because Total Biscuit tweeted it out,
Oh,
which was
nice.
wild. Like that, yeah, that really messed me up. I just didn't know what to do with that.
8-bit
But yeah,
chef.
that was cool.
Does any YouTuber get enough sleep? I do.
Lucky. I don't.
Yeah. I mean, I go to bed hella late, but it's not like I spend all day every day working on YouTube, but it's definitely a thing where I think about it all damn day, all damn night. It's like an obsession.
Yeah, that's it's
Do you,
hard because sorry, you go.
do you get that, Mitch? Like, do you obsess over YouTube? Because that tends to happen to like some smaller content creators. Like they're always thinking about their YouTube channel.
Um, kind of like it's always in the back of my mind at some point. For a while when I first started, it was just always at the front. Like every game I played, I was like, how can I make a video on this? Like, how can I turn this into something to talk about? And then I
Right.
just realized I had to drop that mentality because it was ruining every single game that I played. Uh,
Yeah, that makes
but
sense.
then it will sit there. It'll still sit there at the end of a game that I finish. I'm like, do I have something to say about this?
Yeah.
uh, but yeah, now it's just I don't know because editing is my job as well. So if I edit a video and I do something like in an edit, I'll be like, oh, cool, I could use that style for my videos.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's like every channel I stumble upon, it's like, oh, can I interview this person? Is their content like, do I
Yeah,
like it enough for me to interview them? It's just like, can I stop thinking about interviews all day, every day? But I
it's
guess,
difficult sometimes.
yeah, I guess it's a thing that's kind of like both good and bad because it shows that I kind of want to grow, but it also shows
Yeah,
that I can really be obsessive over things.
yeah, and like obsessing over anything, even if it's something you love, isn't healthy.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely. Maybe it's because like it's one of those things that I care so much about, and it's one of the only things that I really do a lot that I obsess over it as well. You know, if I did more
yeah,
things, obviously I wouldn't like think about it as much, but that's not the case. So, you know,
yeah. I mean, even even some of my like real world hobbies that have nothing to do with YouTube leak in. Like, I'm very involved with like punk and metal communities here in New Zealand, and like I had an idea. I was like, oh man, I could talk about Life is Strange Before the Storm and how shit it is with how it talks about punk rock and stuff. And I was like, no, that's an unhealthy thought.
yeah. Rasputin here is asking, am I pronouncing that right or wrong?
Rasputin.
Rasputin. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Who is the most important person you have met throughout your time on YouTube? Like, who has made your life better more than anyone else?
I think he's asking that because he knows the answer is him. Um, Raz is definitely, I guess, help with me and growing and how I structure my videos and stuff. Like we talk a lot, um, and he helps me structure my videos because he's very good at that, and I am not.
Yeah, I've stumbled upon your channel before, Raz, and I haven't really like thoroughly looked at it though, but I'll check it out again. This is not a
Very good.
directed question. I'm not fishing, but I hooked. Got him, baited.
Yeah, he got me.
And do you ever have like plans on making collabs a more frequent thing on your channel?
I would like to. I just need to figure out a way that would work better. I did a video on Oxenfree with my friend Sam, and that worked out pretty well. It was just we sort of just traded off the script, but I think that only worked because we had the exact same thoughts on Oxenfree.
Right.
So it would have to be someone that I saw completely we could talk about something like that again.
Yeah, it has to be someone that shares like similar opinions as you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Nice fish, Ras. Yeah, you got him real good. You reeled him in real nice. And if like who would you think would be a good collaboration?
sorry, my internet's cutting out a little bit.
Oh, okay.
I'll say it again.
Are we good now?
Yeah, 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 it's good now.
All right, cool. What I was asking is, who do you think would be a good collaboration to do with?
Ooh, um, who would be good? That's a hard question. I've never really thought about it. I wanted to a video I'm planning on doing very soon is about tabletop games like Dungeons and Dragons and um, things like
Yeah,
that. And
I think
someone I would want to talk.
Oh,
Sorry, what was
sorry.
it?
Oh, I was gonna say that I think I saw a post about that on your community tab the other day.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Asking if people wanted that video.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Raz is the dungeon master for my D&D game, so I'd want to talk to him about it, or maybe Jimmy Sunder because I know he's very heavily involved in the Dungeons and Dragons community as well. Um, that's the only thing I can really think of off the top of my head for like a collab at this point.
I've had this is what Sid's saying. I've had a few people ask me about collaborations, and there's no real way I could think of on how to make that work.
Yeah, it's hard,
Yeah,
especially with our style, because like with the whole comedy reviewer thing that is getting always getting around, and that's a lot easier for collaborations. I feel like because you're just making jokes, but
yeah,
I don't know. When it comes to analyzing something or critiquing something, I don't know if this is just the way I think of it, but I feel like your point might get watered down if you aren't solid in what you have to say, and you have to like rely on someone else to help you say it. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's just sort of how I think about it.
yeah. I get you. Let's see. The interesting thing about collaboration is that it does not really need to be a feature. That's what
Interesting.
Raz said.
That's a good point.
I'm I'm
Um,
I'm not too sure what he means by feature. Like
like of my indie games, their features like someone just comes and leaves, whereas proper collaboration I bounce off of it with Sam.
your internet died a whole lot there, Mitch.
Ah, damn. Sorry. Am I back?
Yeah, I think you're good now. What were you saying?
Um, so like a collab would be for a few lines and then leaves. Like, but a proper collaboration, I guess, is sharing the idea. Like I was saying with I did on the Oxenfree video with
Uh,
Sam.
oh, okay, I get you. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I guess collaboration is a much deeper thing than a feature. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and well, the next question that I have for you here, Mitch, is actually the last question, and it's
All right.
with your channel this year. What new and different things do you plan on doing?
Yeah. Um. So different things. I mean, I got this tabletop video, which I think is going to be pretty different for the channel. Um, I've got a Mass Effect video that I've had planned for like 2 years. Um, it's going to be long. It might be the longest video to date.
How long are we
Um,
talking?
it's 15 pages. I don't know how long that'll translate to, but my Far Cry 5 video was 26 minutes and 10 pages. So
Fucking hell.
it's, yeah, it'll probably be like 40-ish minutes. And it's in defense of the Mass Effect 3 ending. So that might be a bit uh, of a
Co-
hot button.
yeah.
Yeah. Um, but other than that, I don't really. I'm really bad at planning ahead with my channel. I've got like a Google Doc of all these video ideas that I want to do, but some of them have been sitting there since I started my channel, and I just haven't thought of ways to talk about them. So when it comes to planning ahead, I'm probably the worst with it. Um, I can't really think of what new and exciting stuff I have coming up, unfortunately,
Oh,
other than talking about tabletop games.
yeah. I mean, the Mass Effect video
Actually,
sounds neat.
hopefully, hopefully people don't.
Annihilate you. Um,
Uh, I'm making a game at the moment, and I want to talk about that process.
you're making a game. Is that what you said?
Yeah,
Oh, neat.
um, yeah, yeah. So I want to talk about how that process goes. Um, I've been going to a lot of gaming conferences, like with a lot of game developers and like people that just work on games. And so maybe I'll do something about that as well. How that helps
What
my channel.
what kind of game are you trying to make? Are you like making this on your own?
Yeah, at this stage, it's a digital card game. So it's like Magic the Gathering meets Mario Party is the elevator pitch that I've been running with. Um, I've just it's physical at the moment, but I want to put it in tabletop simulator so people can test it out and see how that goes, and eventually turn it into their own thing whenever I can
Oh, okay.
get the money.
Oh, nice. It's not gonna be like a Hearthstone style game, like that kind of card game.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, okay.
but a lot faster.
Oh,
Like the
okay.
battles will be a lot quicker paced.
Yeah, I used to play a lot of Hearthstone a few years ago. Now, not really.
Yeah, I picked it up like for study, like quote unquote study purposes for this game that I'm working on, and it's definitely got me hooked again, which is annoying because I don't need that in my life right now.
Yeah, yeah. It was pretty addicting when I played it. I mean, it was like, oh, I lost this battle. Let me go for another one.
Yeah,
Just
let
keep
me
going and
sit.
going.
Let me sit for 20 minutes in the deck editor to see what my problems are.
I don't think I would really edit my deck a whole lot. I'd just be like, okay, let me go in with this deck and hopefully, I'll kick some ass with this shit.
Yeah, hopefully it works out.
Yeah. But besides that, Mitch, that's it. I appreciate you coming on, man.
It's all good. There was a few Twitter questions, I think.
Oh, right. I totally forgot about that. Silly me. Yeah, let's go
It's
for
okay.
those. Yeah. Let me pull up your twitter.com account here. I just noticed that the heavy-eyed at is taken on Twitter
Oh yeah, I know. Tell me about it. That's been
by
a
by
struggle.
by this fucker here.
Yeah, someone. It's like some hippie with one tweet and they're privated.
Yeah. I just linked you the profile.
Yeah, it bothers me very often.
Yeah,
I've reported it a lot to try and get it taken down.
that's great. I mean, my at is taken as well. Uh, I'm fucking Champy YT instead of Champy.
That's so annoying.
Yeah, it really is. And the worst part is, yeah, like anyone who takes your at on twitter.com is always either a private account or a an account with an egg profile picture.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's not even someone that uses it.
It's just
Like,
a dead
if
account.
if someone used the heavy-eyed at, like, I wouldn't care. But this person has one tweet and they made their account like 2009.
Oh my god. Yeah, it really is a shame. I mean, I don't know how common heavy-eyed is for a name, but
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think so, which is why I chose it. But here we are.
yeah. All right then. So this one is our first Twitter question here, and it's from Pterodactyl Show, and he's asking, "Is being a Far Cry channel fun, or is it a Far Cry?" Okay, fuck.
Yeah,
That's real.
Perry.
That's a really bad joke.
Goddamn Perry. And no, it's not fun being a Far Cry channel. Just to answer that,
All right then.
I'm very sick of those games.
Yeah, they all followed like the exact same formula.
Yeah,
Yeah, the only one I've played is the fourth one, and I liked it.
I, I mean they're fine games. They're fun for what they are, but they don't like three and beyond doesn't do anything interesting. Five tried and failed pretty hard, but you just got to play two. Two is like the best game ever made.
I don't know, like two, I guess is like too old for me at this point.
That's fair.
I'm not a big fan of going back and playing old games unless it's like a game that I can emulate,
Mm.
like a childhood game.
It's interesting to play and to see like kind of how open world games sort of started,
Oh yeah,
um, because there's just no fast travel, um, and there's no towers.
yeah.
But there's a lot of dynamic narrative stuff as well, which is really cool. But other than that, it's pretty old and janky.
And I don't even know about the first Far Cry.
It's not a Far Cry game. Like it's a linear first-person shooter.
Oh,
That's like it's a linear sci-fi shooter where monsters appear and there's mad scientists and shit. It's very crazy.
All right then. So the next question is from a playing field, and he's asking, what aspects of your videos do you feel most confident in?
Uh, um, I would say editing, but my editing lately has become pretty basic just because it's what I do for a job now, and I don't want to spend too long editing my own videos because I need to do stuff that makes me money. Um,
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot more confident in my writing. Um, like with this Far Cry 5 video, it was the first time I'd never asked someone to proofread a script for me. I just sort of wrote it and went. Um, so maybe the writing side now. Uh, but yeah,
Who typically?
ideas. Sorry,
Oh no.
what was it?
Go ahead. Finish. Sorry.
Uh, ideas are the hardest. Like that's where I struggle the most.
Oh yeah.
Um, but I don't. I think overall, I would have to say editing.
That's definitely understandable for someone that makes your kind of content. Sure, it's relatively easy to either come up with ideas or run out of ideas.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, my struggle is running out of people to interview.
yeah. Luckily, there's a pretty big market for gaming YouTubers now, so
Oh yeah,
hopefully
well,
that will grow soon.
yeah, it's not even like I limit myself to gaming YouTubers or anything like that. Like I'll interview any kind of content creator as long as I like what they do.
Yeah. Oh, that's good then. Like, it's a good way to keep things fresh.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know. I feel like it'd be bad to just like limit myself to, oh, okay, I'll only interview gaming YouTubers or
Yeah.
vloggers or anything like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty bad idea. All right, then. So this question is from Cray Tray Vids, and he's asking, "What's your schedule like and motivation for producing content consistently?"
Consistent. That's a hot word. Because I feel like it's weird because a lot of people think I'm pretty consistent, but I don't think I'm consistent enough. Like I want to be every 2 weeks, but I struggle for every month. But my main motivation at this point, and one of the reasons why I started one was a Patreon. Like that kicks me into gear to make a video at least every month. Um, what was the first part of that question? Sorry, what's
What's your schedule like and motivation for producing content consistently?
my schedule? Or um, I don't really have one. I just sort of, as soon as I have an idea, I'll just make something. Um, but usually, if I hit the end of the week, I'll refer to that Google Doc that I've had sitting for 3 years and be like, okay, I've got nothing this month. Let's see what I can uh, pull out. Or last month, Far Cry 5 came out, which was a blessing because I had no other ideas. So I was like, oh, sick, I can just do this. Um, so yeah, it's kind of a mess, and I think I can hold the facade of being consistent and full of ideas when I'm really not.
Yeah. Next question here is from Jesse underscore Timon, and she's asking, "What has been the hardest thing about being a content creator?"
Probably as much as it pains me to say, because this shouldn't be a factor in making videos, but it has to be the algorithm.
Yeah.
Like I I care about numbers in the sense that I just want people to engage with what I make. Like I don't care if people, end up in my Discord or end up pledging to me on Patreon. Like that's not a concern, but just working so hard and so long on something, like it feels good to have people watch it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like it feels like that time wasn't wasted as such.
Yeah.
Um, so I guess yeah, fighting the algorithm is definitely uh, yeah, that's my struggle.
Yeah, it's definitely an ongoing war.
Yeah, and it's changing all the bloody time, so it's just
It,
it's impossible to stay on top of.
yeah, it's unpredictable,
Yeah,
especially since YouTube doesn't tell us what the hell they're doing.
yeah. Oh god, you'll see what other people are doing and be like, okay, so these people are putting out 3 videos a week, and that's how they're growing. Like, fuck that, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
So just sort of just do what you can. Or I just do what I can and hope for the best, really.
Yeah. I mean, I think one of the most important things of growing on YouTube is your connections with people.
Yeah. And that's something I've been very fortunate with. Like I had a pretty tight circle of YouTube friends before I even had a channel.
Oh,
And they
that's neat.
really helped me out with growing and stuff, and even just the initial process of editing and writing and things like that. So connections is something I'm very fortunate to have.
Yeah, I don't really have any YouTube friends per se, but I have people that I talk to.
Yeah, and that's it's always good to have someone to bounce ideas off of. Oh, this
Yeah.
fucking dog.
Oh my god.
Which is interesting because I'm not going to name names, but there was a YouTuber recently who put out a video that said there's no community in the gaming YouTube scene, which is just absolute horseshit. Um, the community aspect is the strongest part, I feel like, of this, like the gaming subgenre of YouTube. I probably wouldn't be doing it still if it wasn't for the friends that I made and the idea of meeting more people down the line.
I mean, I used to make gaming videos, but not your kind of gaming videos, like let's play videos.
Oh man, that was my first idea that I ever had. I was like, I saw the Game Grumps and like back in 2011, and I was like, fuck yeah, I want to do this. And like me and my friend Cyril, like, yeah, we're gonna make Let's Plays, and then ended up I'm moving to Australia, so that never happened.
Ah, rip. Oh,
Yeah.
but the Game Grumps didn't start till 2012 though, Mitch.
Oh, was it 2012? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then it was 2012. Um, Whenever the Goof Troop stuff came out, I saw that and I was like, I want to do this.
Yeah,
Uh,
I had an idea like that. It was gonna be called like Gamer Zone or something like that. But I was in sixth
yeah.
grade when I made the idea,
Oh man.
and I wanted to get together with a few friends and like we could like I don't know do it at my house or something, and just record
Yeah.
ourselves playing games like the Game Grumps or Super Mega or Oni plays any channel like that really.
Yeah.
Uh, but that never happened. But I did have a Minecraft Let's Play channel for a solid 3 years.
Oh
Uh,
wow.
and then
Nice.
I deleted the channel because I'm like, okay, enough is enough. It's not getting anywhere. I'm done, and I
Yeah.
terminated it. And then I switched over to making exposing videos, which was a bad idea. I should honestly just transition to doing interviews at that point. And now
Yeah.
I'm here doing interviews.
Nice. Well, it's all about like figuring out what you want to do and what's good for you and stuff. So
Yeah, exactly. I
then you
mean,
figure that out better, I guess.
yeah, everyone goes through like, many different phases. Like, no one like I think no one when they start YouTube, they start off doing what they really like truly know they're going to stick to for like years on end or what they truly love, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why like the number one advice for starting a channel is just to do it because there's no
Exactly.
way you'll figure out what you want to do otherwise.
Yeah, like start it up and then see how it goes, and if you still like it after doing it consistently for a while, then just stick to that.
Yeah,
This one's
exactly.
yeah, this one's from Nerf Dipshit. He's asking why why do you hate Melbourne so much? Never been or anything, just curious.
Melbourne. I don't hate Melbourne. Melbourne is the vegan capital of like the southern hemisphere, and it's where I can eat all the good food. Um, you might mean Auckland, which is a place I talk shit about a lot.
Maybe that's what he meant. Yeah.
Because Auckland is a fucking cesspool of humanity. Um, People go there to die. Like, it, there's nothing to do. There's nowhere to. Not yet. Auckland just. I lived there for 10 years and it was hell. So every time I go back, I'm just constantly angry that I'm there.
Just getting flashbacks.
Yeah, it's just like, oh shit, there's nothing to do here, and
Yeah.
like stay at my sister's house and she doesn't have internet, so it's just like cool. I'm just disconnected for a few days.
Oh, that's even worse. That's just
Yeah,
hell, Mitch.
yeah, especially for like doing work.
What the hell
Like
does she do without internet?
Well, she gets unlimited data on her phone, and like she
Oh,
lives alone with her and her son like isn't old enough to use the internet, so she just
oh,
has
okay.
unlimited data on her phone. Yeah,
Oh, you're an uncle then, Mitch.
yeah,
Oh, that's neat. How old
yeah.
are you,
It's a
Mitch? I'm
little.
curious. You've got a very beautiful beard.
Fuck. I'm old. I'm 28. I'm 30 next year. So
Wowie.
yeah.
Yeah, so you're like 13 years older than me.
Fuck. I'm proper old.
Yeah, you are. I mean, like, I'm a lot of people that I get on here are much older than me.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, just feel like a little young baby boy compared to them.
Well, you're out here doing shit, and that's more than a lot of like people your age can say. So
Oh yeah, a lot
that's
of
good.
people my age are just smoking pot.
Yeah, that sounds about what everyone was doing when I was your age as well. So
Yeah, I'm out here being productive, interviewing people on the interwebs.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, oh, this next question is from Mark B. Writing, but it's really stupid, but I'll go ahead and say it anyways. Have you ever pooped so hard you immediately wanted to go to sleep?
Not that I wanted to go to sleep. No. Uh, I've had, like, I've done it, and I've had to take some time out of my day to reflect, but not to go to sleep.
just, just your asshole is like hurting for the rest of the day.
Yeah, just reevaluate the food I ate.
Yeah, I've had that. Not where I wanted to go to sleep, but where I'm like, Jesus Christ, why did I eat that yesterday when I've had like explosive diarrhea? Oh, Mark is in here. I'm sorry, Mark. I didn't mean to insult your question, but I mean, it's truly a genius question, is what I meant to say. Like, only the people with the highest of IQs can understand it, like me and Mitch here.
Oh,
No,
fucking hell.
no, you're not. Look, Mark, I'm sorry. Okay, you're just sorry you got caught. Oh, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I won't deny that. I won't deny that.
What's worse for me?
What?
Sorry. I
Wait,
was gonna
sorry.
say like I'm 28 and I find this shit hilarious. Like that's the real reevaluation that
the
needs to be going on in my life.
the exposer got exposed. Holy shit, you're right, Sid. That's so true. How the tables have turned. Yeah. How the turns have tabled. Yeah. It's really true. Fucking this whole situation has gone and just flipped on me. Like the
Yeah,
roles have been reversed. I'm supposed to be the one exposing people, not Mark B over here exposing my ass.
it's a lesson in talking shit. Never
Yeah,
do it.
it really is. I'll never do that again. Mark B writing. I apologize. I wasn't aware that you're watching. I've sinned. I'll probably go to church tomorrow and confess. Honestly, in your honor, Mark. In your honor. And this one's from Chris London Film. He's asking who's the best Simpson.
Okay, this is the easiest question in the world to answer. It's Lenny Leonard. Um, he is the best Simpsons character by far. Um, he, his relationship with Carl is just perfect. It's the best comedy. It's the best uh, bromance on television, if you will.
My favorite Simpson has to be Chief Wiggum or um Krusty the Clown.
They're good choices, especially very early Krusty the Clown when he was just a fucking alcoholic.
Yeah,
Uh,
and Homer. I really like Homer as well.
yeah, Homer's a classic. He's like the Mario, he's the all rounder.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he is the protagonist. I will
Oh,
accept this. Oh well, thank you for accepting my apology, Mark. 8-Bit Chef is asking, do you think YouTube is still a viable option for new budding creators? Or is the market so saturated that getting a name out there now is nigh impossible? That's a great question.
yeah, that is a good question. That's a hard one to answer because there's always like you see these new channels pop up constantly, and you're just like, where the fuck did this come from? And I feel like those people understand, the algorithm and SEO and just like what's trending at the time. And a lot of people don't want to do that because it's kind of shitty. um, I mean, respect the hustle, but at the same time, you're just making content to make content, um, and make money. But I think there's always a place for new people. You just kind of have to differentiate yourself a little bit, because this the video essay kind of thing is becoming so much of a trendy meme to dunk on at the moment that I wouldn't say it's dying as such, but it's pretty full. So kind of find your niche, carve out what you want to do, and take inspiration from people, but don't copy others.
Yeah.
Like find out what you like in what other people do, and figure out your own style from there. And even if that means copying other people for the first whatever however many videos until you figure yourself out. But I think there's always going to be a place for new people. Everyone has a lifespan on YouTube, um, so there's always going to be spots to fill as such. Um, as much as it kind of sucks to say that, but
Sid is saying what? That's terrible advice.
what? In what way? I'm curious, because yeah, I'm probably not the one to be giving advice.
Go on, Sid. Give us your advice. My
I
entire
don't know.
channel is a rip-off of Heavy-Eyed writing on games, GMTK, and Raycivic. I have no idea who GMTK is. Who's this?
Mark Brown, Game Maker's Toolkit.
Oh, Mark. Yeah, yeah.
I don't think so, Sid. You've
I
definitely got your own style.
I wouldn't say so either.
Uh, but yeah, I don't know. Find what you like, and then figure out what you want to do from there.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like my niche is kind of like unique in the sense of not many people do it, so it's not really oversaturated.
Yeah, you're in a good spot.
Yeah, so I feel for that reason I can probably grow a decent amount. I'm not gonna say like the next PewDiePie because I don't think so. But hopefully I can grow to where I want to be at. I watched everyone's videos like 4 times each and ripped everything off. People call me a video game ripoff of binging with Babish, even though I started my channel before he did. Lol.
Oh man, that's an interesting niche though. Like you can't really rip off binging with a babish if you're doing video games, because he does film and TV.
Isn't he
Oh,
the
I think
guy
he
that's
did.
like a chef or something?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He cooks food from TV shows and movies.
Oh, okay.
It's like a hugely popular cooking show.
Ah.
Um, but like even the cooking market is fucking oversaturated. Like I've thought of starting a cooking channel myself, and I'm like, maybe not, because I was like, man, there's not many vegan cooking channels out there, and then I looked, and there is. So,
I mean, you could go on the Twitch IRL section and live stream yourself cooking.
oh god, that would be a disaster. People would see all the dumb shit that I do, and I can't hide it in editing.
Yeah, I cook meals based on video game items. Well, that sounds like a neat concept for a channel, actually.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's definitely like carving out your own niche.
Yeah, I mean, I've never heard of a channel that does that. I mean, I've heard of tons of cooking channels, of course. The one that
Yeah.
comes to mind for me is the channel You Suck at Cooking.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. He actually did a BOTW episode.
Oh yeah, he did do that. I mean, that's like a one-off though, I guess. Like he's not really known for his video game cooking. Binging
BOTW is
with Babesh.
Breath of the Wild, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, just making
I'm
sure.
assuming so.
Mitch, cooking with vegan beer is not cooking.
Yeah, it is. It counts.
You're vegan, Mitch?
Yeah.
Mm. Interesting. I don't. I only know one vegan. He used to be a close friend.
It it's so weird because like I would say the majority of people I know are vegan, like in real life. So it's just normal, like a normal thing for me. But then I step outside my circle, and I'm like, oh wait,
uh,
we go to a restaurant and there's only fries for me to eat.
yeah. I mean, like, I'm not vegan personally, but I'm curious. Is there any like particular reason you chose to be vegan?
So I've been vegetarian for like I was vegetarian since I was 15.
Oh,
Um, a lot of animal rights stuff, and then I realized that veganism is better for that style of thinking, like environmentalism and animal activism and stuff like that.
I mean,
Um,
I've heard some people say it's like better for your health as well to a certain degree.
oh yeah, so I went vegan like a year ago, and I lost like 30 kgs within the first few months just from eating better.
Yeah, let me see how much that is in pounds.
Oh yeah, I got no
66
idea.
pounds.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
yeah, those. But I know a lot of fat vegans as well, so it's not like the be all end all healthy diet.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work for everyone, and it doesn't like I'm not the sort of person that would tell anyone else to eat vegan or anything like that.
Oh, yeah. You're not one of those psychomaniacs like vegan gains.
Oh no, fuck that. Like that's a very fringe group. It's like the same amount of fucking angry gamers, they're the loud minority.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. All right, well, but besides that, Mitch, that's it. That's all we got. Thanks for coming on, man. I
Sweet,
appreciate it.
awesome. Thanks for having me on. It was good chatting.
Yeah, of course. And well, thank you everyone for tuning in. If you have enjoyed the stream, you can go ahead and drop me a like, drop me a sub. Anything you could do to help would be appreciated. Otherwise, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next one. Take care and goodbye.